Releases Burnished Silver Eagle, and it's here today. This one is on 4 flexible payments. Another great opportunity for you to jump into coin collecting. And where do we begin with this one, Mike?
Well, there's a lot of places to go with this one. First of all, you have the Burnished American Silver Eagle. And for those of you, and we were talking to you, I was talking to you earlier, the United States government does 3 different finishes on their annual coins, whether it be silver eagles, whether it be gold eagles, whether it even be platinum eagles. The regular finishes are mint state or MS, proof or PR, NGC, PF, and then you're going to have the Burnished American Silver Eagle. Now the way NGC does it is they still grade it in mint state and then designate it burnished. NX, for instance, gives it its own designation of SP or special finish, because it is a special finish. NGC does it, but then designates it burnished at the top so that you know the difference. The other easy way to do it is look for the mint mark. A regular mint state American Silver Eagle does not have a mint mark. The mint mark is much like an artist signing a painting or a sculpture or anything that they do. The West Point mint mark denotes it as a special presentation coin made expressly and exclusively for collectors, is what the W or the West Point mint means when you do that. Now this is the perfect example of the 2019 W American Silver Eagle. Now, the key to this is early release. The early release period has passed, okay? I have only 138 of these left, and that's all that I'm ever going to have. Of this coin is 138, is all that's available. See, very limited quantity. I think I originally had about 500 of these coins. We probably aired it one time before, right when it was released. Now, one of the keys to the Burnished American Silver Eagles, they've only been making Burnished American Silver Eagles since 2006. In every single year, with this possibly being the only exception, the Burnished American Silver Eagle is the rarest annual eagle that they make by the United States government every single year. So in 2018, prior to this year, the rarest regular issue American Silver Eagle, the annual issue American Silver Eagle made by the United States Mint was the 2018 W or West Point minted Silver Eagle. Currently this coin actually is rarer than that coin, but the sales are still going on. If it stays that way, then this coin, if it's not the 2019 S, which I think it's going to be, it'd be this coin. So I think this coin is probably going to likely end up second, but it will be the rarest of all of the Burnished American Silver Eagles. Now, in this particular coin, in NGC flag core, this is my regular issue price at $199.95, of course with the red oak presentation box, which is a $20 value, which really makes this $179.95 is ultimately coming. I'm down to my final early release. It's in essence for us very similar to the first day of issue that we sell in the annex coins with this. The other thing about this that I want to mention is the flag core. For those of you that watch us regularly, you know that the only person that can sell flag core NGC coins is me. I'm the only person. I have exclusive rights to the NGC flag core. And here's the reasoning behind that. We had gotten to the point where all of the grading companies, the major grading companies, PCGS and NGC and Annex, they got into a label race, if you will. And so you had all these things, and the core that held the coin was in essence white, and then there was literally hundreds of different designating labels. And I mean, it was just a sea of labels that was just impossible to keep track of. and this happened, and 3 years ago
we
decided,
standardized.
Yeah, and particularly in NGC. And so 3 years ago, I said enough. So we said, let's do something. We want to simplify the entire process. So we created the flag core at NGC, and of course with NGC, and we got the exclusive distribution rights on flag core. So when you see a flag core, this is the label you see. See this little eagle right here? If you see a silver eagle in the flag core, and by the way, the flag core is only for American Silver Eagles, is the only one that I have in this, and it is always this label, and it is just descriptive. It is one coin, it's one label, it's one opportunity. It's the flag core that you're going to have right here, and we've made it simple. Old school is what we did. We've gone back to the basics. Once this sells out, That's it. It's done and gone and over. There's not a new label or a new thing or a new whatever. This is all that there is. And so then we're down to our final quantities in early release. When we're down to our final quantities in early release, now's the time to get it. Do not confuse this. Do not confuse this with a regular West Point mint, or a regular Mint State American Silver Eagle that has got no mint mark on it. Do not confuse it with a Proof American Silver Eagle that's the same exact price. This coin is rarer than the West Point minted Proof Silver Eagle, on the order of about 3 to 4 times rarer than the regular Proof Silver Eagle, although at the same exact price. So 100% exclusive is what you're looking at here in early release 2019 W. And as it stands right now, it is the rarest burnished, and as it stands right now, one of the rarest Silver Eagles ever made by the United States government, and I'm still at my regular issue price. I'm still with the early release. Now after this, then my early release designation falls off, because that's only good for the first 30 days of the release of a coin.
And that's why it's really important who you know in the coin industry, because you need a connection.